Welcome back to Homestead Dreaming. I'm Kira. Today I wanted to talk to you about what seeds you can start in February. So today I'm going to be talking to you about what to start in the month of February if your last frost date is in the month of April or March, also maybe the very beginning of May. This year is going to be a completely different year for me. I've got a lot more indoor grow space and I am going to try my hand at selling seed starts. I'm going to attempt to do a plant yard sale on the 24th of April and again on the 1st of May, and that'll be about 2 weeks-ish after our last projected frost date, which should give everybody enough time to get their gardens ready. And that's about the time when people are gonna start looking for things to plant in my area. Those people that aren't starting from seed, that's about the time that they're gonna be looking in our area to start planting. This year I'm gonna be growing a whole lot more than I normally do. It's gonna be brand new for me. I've never grown or started as much as what I'm planning on starting and growing this year, so it'll be fun to see how it turns out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it turns out well. So number one is peppers. I always start peppers the first week of February. Today is February 1st, so I will be starting my peppers today. And I have the cells set up here behind me. They're not filled yet, but I will be starting these today. That video will be in the next video, not this one obviously that you're watching, but number one is peppers. And some people start their spicy peppers a few weeks before their sweet peppers. I don't. I've never had a problem with that. I just start them all at the same time, and it gives me about 10 to 12 weeks before my last frost date to be able to get them super established, and that way by the time it's time to put them outside, they are ready to face the elements. They do a lot better when they're started indoors because by the time that it's time to go outside, they're already almost ready to start flowering and producing peppers, whereas if you waited until your last frost date to start them directly in the ground, then you would have to wait another 10 to 12 weeks for them to be ready to start producing peppers. For some people, that's not a big deal because you've got a larger, longer growing season. But for some people who have a shorter growing season, that extra 10 to 12 weeks makes all the difference. So February for your last frost date, somewhere in April is when I would suggest to start your peppers. Number two is tomatoes. So tomatoes is another thing that I like to start indoors in February. I don't want to start them too early. You only want to start them about 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date. And that's because they grow so big, especially if you're growing indeterminate tomatoes. Those are the ones that will grow to an indeterminate height and will continue to produce fruit all season long. They get huge, some of them up to 12 feet tall, and even their seedlings, their tiny little plants, they start to get really big and outgrow the indoor grow space that I have for them, even the expanded one, pretty quickly. So you don't want to start them too early. They'll try and set flowers and try to produce fruit inside, and they just can't get enough sun or enough nutrients in your little cups to be able to do that. So I like to start tomatoes the day after Valentine's Day. And I always look forward to Valentine's Day just because I love Valentine's Day, but also because I know that the day after is when I can finally start all of my tomatoes. Number three would be flowers. So if you like to put flowers, like cut flowers or just ornamental flowers in your garden, and you want to get a little head start on them, February is a great time to start flowers. Like I personally love to start cosmos, zinnias. These here are all new to me. This is a new seed company that I've never ordered from before called Crossman Seeds, and I'm really excited about these. They've got some really awesome flowers that I want to try. But things like cosmos, zinnias. Look at that stunning color. I'm excited about this one. Calendulas. This one is a cut flower mixture that I'm going to be starting indoors. I'm literally just going to take these cells, fill them up with soil. These are 4-inch cells. I got these off of Amazon, and I'm gonna take these cut flower seeds and I'm gonna sprinkle them into every single one, and I'm just gonna let them grow. And as I'm not gonna separate them out, and I'm gonna put them around the garden just for little pops of flowers. I already have a few started, and I just started them a couple days ago because I wasn't sure about the germination rates of some of my older seed packets, and I just wanted to get them started. Number 4 is herbs. So herbs are a great thing to start in February because by the time that you are ready to put them in the ground, they're already ready to be harvested. And I love having fresh herbs in my garden because you can use them for teas, you can use them for gardenings, you can use them for seasonings, you can dehydrate them for spice blends. I love herbs. Here in particular, I've got some flat leaf parsley, I've got peppermint, and I've got spearmint, which all 3 of these are gonna probably end up being in containers due to the fact that mint is rather invasive, and parsley, I have never had really great luck getting parsley to not die. So I'm gonna try a container this year and see if I can try to more closely control the climate that it's in and try to keep it from burning up in this Oklahoma sun that we get. And last but not least, number 5 is microgreens, because you can grow microgreens all year long. Microgreens. So these are American Seed Company. These are from the Dollar Tree, not sponsored. But they had a bunch of packets of microgreens for just $1 each. I got a handful of the mild mix, which includes, what does it include? Cabbage Red Express, Kale Lacentino, Mustard Tatsoi, Black Knight, Cabbage Pak Choi, and Mustard Mizuna. So that's a nice little mix there. And then I also got the hot mix, which is Mustard Purple Wave, Mustard Mizuna Line Streaked, Mustard Tatsoi, Kale Red Ursa, and Kohlrabi Purple Vienna. So that's a nice little mix as well. I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier, and microgreens has been helping me do that. I've been putting them in salads and on top of sandwiches and like on top of eggs and stuff. Like when I make toast with avocado and runny egg, I'll put some microgreens on top. It's real nice, especially the spicy one. So good. So I grabbed a bunch of these from the Dollar Tree, and so far I've been really happy with them. I've got some growing here behind me, and they're real cute. They grow really well, and I'm really happy with these. These are ready to be harvested. I need to just snip, snip, snip and put them on my next meal. So those are 5 things you can start in February if your last frost date is in April. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're updated when my pepper starting video is uploaded, which should be really soon. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me.